Hi guys, it's Crystal with Design Bundles. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make these super adorable DIY Easter treat bags using printable designs. So let's go ahead and get started. Over on designbundles.net, this is the PNG that we're going to be using for today's project, and this is actually a +1 credit. So you only need 1 credit for this. So if you guys are a Plus member, I would definitely take advantage of this. This is basically free, if you will, if you guys are using your Plus credits. So I highly recommend that you guys check this out. Now, the other thing I love about their credits is you don't have to add it to your cart, check out, or any of that stuff. All you simply have to do is hit download now, and it's going to download it straight to your computer. So as you can see, I've already done that here. It's popped up right here, and here is our design. So all I did was, so if you want to make this really big, which obviously would be super big, all you're going to do is go to File, hit Print, choose the printer that you're using, and it's going to print out on an 8.5 by 11. Now, if you want to size this down, you can hit Scale, and we can size it down. So I can say, okay, I actually want to bring that down 40% to make it much smaller. I can print one out, size it out, see if it's what I like. If I need to add a little bit, I can do that there. Now, I'm actually going to hit cancel, and we're going to do it again. I'm going to hit File, Print. So if you want to print multiple of these on one page, which will actually be the perfect size if you print two, all you're simply going to do is come down here. We're not going to change it to scale. We're just going to hit copies per page. I've already picked my printer, and we're just going to pick 2. So it's going to add 2 to an 8.5 by 11, and it's the perfect size. Now, if I need them just a little bit smaller, I can do 4. You know, so on and so forth. If I need them even smaller than that, keep going. Now, after I have chose how many I want per page, whether it's 2, 4, 6, then you want to choose how many copies. So I'm actually going to print this out. I need this design. Let's say I want 100 toppers. So what I need to do is print this out 50 times. So 50 sheets of paper, so I can make 100 toppers, so on and so forth. So if I did 4 per page, I would do the math of how many pages I would need to print to get those copies. So I'm going to go ahead and do 50, and then I'm going to hit print. All right, so now you guys can see I've got these printing out on my printer. So once I get a little stack going, since I am printing 50 of these, I'll go ahead and get started so I can save a lot of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a paper trimmer, and we're just gonna go ahead and trim all the way around to trim off that excess white. So this is super easy. I just line it up right there on that black line because it does give us a guide, if you will. So I just go all the way around and trim all of that off. Now, when it comes to cutting these in half, I just line up the black line again from the center and cut. Now, there is a little bit of black on the one. You could trim that off, but I just leave it. All right, so next up is scoring. So if you have a scoreboard, this is perfect. If not, the paper trimmer that I just used does come with a score blade with it, so you can do that. You could also just fold these by hand as well. But a scoreboard does come in handy. You're just going to line it up. You can see that little line guide that it does give us. So this is a very nice PDF, if you will. So now we're just going to fold them, use our bone folder to fold these in half and score them, if you will. And this is just a really, really nice design, and they're so adorable. So next up is applying them to your bags. So I found these super cute bags at our local store, or you can use a Ziploc bag. So if you use a Ziploc bag, you can leave the little attachment or trim it off. I trimmed off the top part. If you use these cute little bags, you can just pop them right on top like this. Those are so cute, and it was like 98 cents for an entire pack of them. All right, so what we're going to do is just trim off the top part of the zipper. It's just going to make it a little bit more pliable for creating these little treat bags. The possibility is really endless when creating these bags. You could fill them with plastic Easter eggs. You could fill them with different types of candy, suckers, whatever you want to. So what I'm doing for this bag is I'm filling it with some Easter grass, and then I'm going to put some of the candy eggs down in the bottom, and then I'm going to put the topper on top. So you could fill it with all sorts of different candies. You could fill it with little toys, whatever you want to. So like I said, I'm just adding in a few different eggs there, and then they just sit right on top of the grass, and it's just super cute. And you can mix them around, do some with different colors, and that way it just kind of makes a whole variety. So the first way you can do this is add a staple. You know, just kind of get your plastic under, add a staple, or you can add some double-sided adhesive to both sides. And then you're simply going to take that plastic bag on one side and start laying it on the adhesive. So it's just going to stick to it and you can get it on there exactly the way you want it and fold over. So they're really easy to do this way. And it's also easy to just add a staple. So I'm going to show you that really quick with the next bag. So for the next bag, I'm going to add in a little bit of grass. Now you can't see through these bags, but it does give it a little bit more, fluff to the bag in case you want to only add like 3 or 4 if you have a ton like I do with 50 of these. So, and then you're going to pop it on the top and add a staple. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.